back, everyone. Fans, be sure to visit BigSouthSports.com and check out the league's online store with the best variety of Big South merchandise anywhere. Gear up with officially licensed apparel from all Big South schools. Watch for new products, even order gift certificates, all at the Big South online store, BigSouthStore.com. Well, today was Big South Media Days and the basketball conferences. Also, of course, in the soccer matches, Campbell trying to continue a strong success against the Sun Belt, 2-0 against Sun Belt foes this year. Meanwhile, for App State, they are in conference play 1-2-1. With their tie coming up, they've tied against Winthrop, tied against Presbyterian. So as you can tell, against Big South foes, very competitive on the year. Campbell now attacking to the left side of your screen. This ball on first clearance goes all the way down to Matt Mazinski. He picks it up on the front line. Back into the match goes Stephen Chapman. He's got Cooper Coughlin on the front lines with him. Daniel Avila in the midfield alongside Jordan Malia. Shango was well in the midfield. And now this high header. Gabe Parrish wins possession, but App State wins the ball. As Orstocki heads it over to Akwasi Adu outside. Orstocki with a creative touch and kept in play by Parrish nicely. Drifting past you on the screen. And coming right back is now fighting and tussling after it, John Walrath. He's been active in the first half. Gabe Parrish spins behind himself. Trying to put that to Akwasi Adu, and a foul going to be called against Cooper Coughlin. App State not a real physical team in terms of their foul accumulation this year. Campbell near the top. Of course, look at Winthrop. They actually lead the Big South in fouls. They're trying to get their winning ways going, though, on the campaign. There's a soft touch into the corner. Ben Steen will lightly tap that one out. And a pretty good position for a throw in here for Campbell. So a goal from Seth Jones, 13 minutes in. That's been the scoring so far in this match. As now getting ready to tee this one up. We'll throw it in. Fighting for possession, an easy goal kick as Pepe Rangel could not win it. The young keeper, Jake Agnew, tested a little bit, but that one goal got right past him. Jones just chipped it over and found the back of the net. Really the difference in this match. All bunched together on the far side of the pitch. Helge wins the header, and now the ball settled down. This is a chip, long opportunity, as Camden Harrison the closest to it. Harrison shifting his way free and tosses that one to the middle. Avila with a nice header and swings it back around to Harrison. Harrison a long touch up the line, but Makuna will get rid of that one quickly. So Makuna showing his athleticism on the backline defense. Now a throw coming up for App State. Bullwood knocks it away. And Helge with the touch. Signey off his own chest and gets it right back. As Akwasi Adu swings it near side. Orstocki, creative touch to get away from Cooper Coughlin. Gets it back now to Siggs. So Campbell being very patient with possession in the second half. Also trying to set themselves up for opportunities. This one gets past Gideon Betts and goes all the way back to Mazinski. Oh, will play it with his feet and work from there. Mazinski with a high boot. Helge knocks it up into the air and tips it over. Trying to find Pepe. Pepe gets beat to the ball but gets possession. As now Seth Jones. Jones back in. Good tap inside. Rangel. Helge trying to get a foot on it but cannot. And Graham Smalley able to get to it first. Headed away. Campbell, though, holds on to it. Back to Helge. Helge trying to weave the nutmeg the defender but can't do so. Helge now reaching with his legs, trying to knock that ball free. Couple of sliding attempts. And one away by the Mountaineers. Back though to Akwasi Adu. Now with Orstocki. Orstocki has some space, puts this one in, but behind his intended target, Gabe Parrish. Here comes the counter for the Mountaineers with an opportunity for numbers, but Campbell sinking quickly, and Fullwood jumps in front of the pass. His touch, though, gets last deflected off his own foot as that initial ball pressure forces the throw. So now Camden Harrison with the throw-in coming up. Campbell right now up a goal, but a very good one unfolding here in half number 2. App State starting to put their wheels together. As down on the ground trying to get something to call, Stephen Chapman. Here comes interception. Gabe Parrish goes behind the back. Great touch to Helge. Helge, an off shot, and a very easy recovery. Not his best shot of the season, but trying to get something on net. As now Seth Jones. Gideon Betts, as a matter of fact, wins possession. Jones with that one goal, making the most of his chance. Akwasi Adu feeds that one in front. Orstaki now goes near side. Gabe Parrish with some space. As Parrish goes against Walrath one-on-one. Bennett Scarborough, photographer, right there on hand. Check it out. As this one gets a last touch by the Fighting Camels. So goal kick coming up as Parrish has to hustle back to his position. Gabe's been a pleasant surprise here. 5 goals, 2 assists this season. Came into the year with 5 goals as well, after starting 12 games as a freshman for the Portland, Oregon Pride. Agnew clears this one high and away, and Jake played for the IMG Academy in high school. Very prolific high school affiliation. You see a lot of their top football, American football players get big-time college offers. Agnew part of that chain as well on the soccer side. This one shipped outside. An opportunity now for Camden Harrison, starting his 9th match of the year. Now with an opportunity for Graham Smalley. Smalley gets dispossessed by Adu, and here comes Helge. Campbell without numbers, and Adu loses it away. Shongo gets in front. 4 versus 4 as Josh Signey tips it behind. Here comes Fullwood, and he gets tripped up. That's going to be a foul on App State. So the chippiness continues. 18 combined fouls now, as with under 38 minutes to go, both these teams scratching and clawing for some opportunities on net. Here comes a long clearance. Pepe heads it towards box, but nobody's there. And Avila knocks it away. Now with a run, Graham Smalley, the midfielder, chips it up. That header is out of the reach of the intended target, Cooper Coughlin. And Mazinski just kicks it away. Here comes Orstaki, plenty of space for Sammy, as he bends this one, trying to get over the back line, and does. Parrish touches it back. Seth Jones tussling for the ball. Well, that one is won and cleared away as Ian Bennett knocks it off the body of the Campbell attacker. Let's see now how the Fighting Camels can respond here. They've had the pressure. As here comes the clearance. A high boot towards box. Helge gets shoved off his line, and that foul is going to be called. So here comes Danny Makuna. Makuna with a high touch, but that is way off its intended target as Walrath knocks that away. And on the settle touch, Graham Smalley. Smalley trying to go over the top to the free-running Cooper Coughlin. Akwasi Adu. Adu jukes at his defender. And now Adu running free. Akwasi stumbling his way in, but getting a touch outside. Pepe Rangel. Pepe cuts back inside, looking for Seth Jones, but nobody's there. An awkward touch and a turnover. Avila goes over 1-2 defenders, and Makuna, bodies flying. That is going to be a foul call. So the foul going to be on Campbell as Makuna grabbing the back of his ankle. training staff now going to come on and look at Daniel Makuna. We'll see this again. Makuna sliding after it. And he gets the back of that right cleat from Cooper Coughlin. Makuna takes it right on the back of the ankle. Makuna is a tough player for sure and trying to get himself back to his feet. Makuna started every match that he has played in his Campbell career. As Daniel Lawrence and the training crew taking a look. Reminder, Campbell back at home again very soon for Senior Day right around the corner. November 2nd, that's against the old friends of High Point. Campbell had a nice performance against High Point last year on the road for a win. Quality effort. Need to win that game and get some help as well to get themselves back into the playoff race. They'll go at Radford this weekend for a Saturday tilt. Check it in now on a substitution with that injury. We'll keep an eye on that as with 35 minutes to go, Daniel Makuna goes out. Travis Gonzalez, the junior from West Palm Beach, Florida, will come in. And Travis has had plenty of experience, but now trying to find a way to fill the void of Daniel Makuna. First game that Gonzalez hasn't started, but boy, these next 35 minutes and change will be ever important. Now the free kick coming up. One goes to box, headed, but in an awkward direction. And trying to one-touch it to another, but instead that ball goes way out of play. There's not much there from Graham Smalley on the opportunity. So as Dustin Fonder paces his side, walking up and down, trying to check on Makuna, Mazinski will put it back into the 6-meter and clear this one away. Mo hasn't had a lot of chances against him. No shots on goal from App State. But the Mountaineers starting to get more possession on the Campbell end of the pitch. This one booted away, low line drive, and squirts all the way to the back line. Orstocky with a settling touch off his chest and now towards Gabe Parrish, but out of the reach of Parrish as that ball will go out of play. So trying to find Gabe Parrish, instead finds the sideline. And now the throw for Walrath. Jordan right up against that line as he tosses it in. Enters the McLeod complex on the far side, our brand new press box here to the right where we're sitting. As Gideon Betts taps that middle. Mazinski skies this one high and away as Helge gets underneath off the back of his head. Wrangle now out in front to Seth Jones. Here comes Jones in space. Jones clears his middle, but nobody there to help him out. And a Campbell throw-in coming up as that one rolls up the hill of Eakes. Campbell's looking for a big win here in non-conference play. A couple of wins against Sunbelt foes already this year. And looking to make the most of this matchup with App State. Mountaineers who have played Coastal very tough, High Point, Winthrop, Presbyterian, plenty of Big South opponents on the Mountaineers' schedule. As here comes a throw-in for Edward Fullwood. A high arcing toss. Chasing after it, Helge trying to win possession. Helge still with it, and that's way over Gabe Parrish, the intended target. So a throw-in coming up for App State. 33 minutes, 30 seconds now. In this final half of play, the goal from Seth Jones, the difference. With 13 minutes into the opening half of play. Now on the long throw, dribbling with possession. App State being patient with it as this touch is awkward and recovered. Orstocky goes over to Helge. Helge fighting Shango for the ball, and Thorjansen wins it. Here we go up the line. That one easily tapped away by Walrath. And Campbell to throw. Makuna gets back to his feet and is shuffling up the sideline. So Danny Makuna is trying to stretch himself back out. Could be good news for the Camels. They can get him in the match. And this ball swung back to Travis Gonzalez, his replacement. Travis cannot keep that one in. And a throw in for App State. So if Makuna can grimace and fight his way back into this match, that'll be a big boost for the Camels defense. As the ref blows his whistle, here comes the throw-in. Clock will start when the ball's touched. Avila with a long touch, and that one's way off target, all the way towards the hill. And Campbell now with the goal kick. Trying to go left-footed, and that one bent in the wrong direction. So Makuna, 14 minutes later, is right back into the equation. As Danny Makuna showing his toughness. Comes right back in. So as Makuna returns to the back line, Gonzalez does his part for 12 minutes, maybe 13 and change. As Mazinski now clears it free. Makuna's big job is to slow down the foot of Stephen Chapman, a dangerous striker. Hasn't scored a lot recently, but has an ability to turn it on at a moment's notice. Possession won by Chapman right there. He had 2 goals against Howard in their 2-0 win. Also scored in the game against Coastal Carolina. His last 3 goals ever since the month of October have all been because of Chapman. Here's a long chip towards the box. As Orstaki kicks this one up high and looking for a deflection call. Not going to get it. It'll be a throw-in for App State. Now here with 30 minutes to play. Cashing in on a good game so far. As Chapman boxes Makuna for position. That ball teed middle, and Gideon Betts with the clearance. Now Helge. Thorianson wins it. Shoving for the ball, and that's going to be a Campbell throw. The initial side judge pointed the other direction, Aaron Gallagher, but he changed his position and gave Campbell the throw. The head referee, Brandon Marion just said sometimes even refs make mistakes, and that call was changed to a Campbell throw. Avila trying to put this one through, but Mazinski is all over it for the grab. So Matt Mazinski, not a lot of shots per se, but making the most of opportunities coming his direction. As Mo will settle it down and boot it free. Under 30 minutes left in this match. Makuna with a promising header, but right towards Avila. And now back with it, Graham Smalley. Akwasi Adu goes step for step with him. App State tussling for the ball. Signey wanting a handball called. And with bodies flying everywhere, Campbell gets possession. A creative touch. Here comes Seth Jones blistering in. And Jones forces the Campbell throw in. So the aggressive run from Seth Jones forces the opportunity. And now a substitute coming in. Juan Valderrama will come into the match. Valderrama replaces Helge, who's done some solid minutes here in this half. Helge's played 40 so far.
Number 24, Juan Valderrama replacing number 19, Helge Thorianson.
So Campbell shifting up its lines in the second half. Chapman with the touch, now trying to hustle after Makuna, but Danny wins it away. Makuna now to Valderrama. Puts that ball middle to Rangel, and Pepe swings it outside. That ball is settled down. Gabe Parrish towards the box, looking to feed Pepe. Rangel just a step late as that pass intercepted by Shungu. Now on the counter, Gideon Betts in defense, and Betts swings it back to Mazinski. So this punch and run attack of App State, very quiet in this match. Campbell has limited their runs in the outer half of the box and forced them to be more of a middle scoring team, limiting those runs from the outside. Nice move by Orstaki to get space inside. Sammy now jukes back to his left, and that's a free ball, going to play with possession. So instead of the foul, Campbell will keep it. Josh Signey. Orstaki back with it. Sammy touches it middle to Akwasi Adu. Nice space here for Pepe. Pepe puts it outside. And Valderrama into the box. Keeper there as Jake Agnew scoops it up and absorbs. So the young keeper, very talented prospect, and is showing his worth between the pipes. He was the goalkeeper of the year at the IMG Academy for 2 years in high school. And now this ball swung near side. Almost got behind John Walrath there, as that's going to go out of bounds now. As Campbell gets ready to defend this throw-in. This ball deflected away. As now fighting for possession in the middle. There's an opportunity as Makuna tips that one free. And now Danny Makuna wins it. Seth Jones with plenty of space. Jones, nice touch in front for Pepe, but plenty of numbers for App State defensively. Gideon middle and just out of the reach of the intended target. So Seth Jones trying to be creative. Here comes Orstocki. Back to Siggs. Signey, strike on net, but that is long and wide.
Shot by number 4.
So a shot for Signey, not really on target per se, but giving themselves an opportunity. As now the clearance opportunity for Jake Agnew, the Farmington, Minnesota product. Young freshman, going to get a lot of playing time in his career as he boots this one free. High clearance looking for Valderrama. Juan wins it, but Shungo all over it. Jones looking to go high, and that's going to be a foul on Seth Jones, no question. Jones issues the apologies and gets back to his position. As now App State with possession. Final 25 minutes. This ball cleared up line, but Orstocki all over it. He'll just play with it softly, let it roll out, and box out his defender. So trying to get to the ball, Steven Chapman. As Matt Mazinski now getting ready to clear it away. So if Campbell gets some confidence from this match, the Radford Highlanders that have lost just one game in conference are definitely formidable. But certainly traveling on the road, you get some confidence here. You never know what can happen. Here's a high, long clearance from Mazinski. Headed away. Graham with a dangerous touch, but Campbell able to control it as Signey swings it across the field. Fullwood chips it back, and Gideon Betts with it now. The captain will tip it behind. And Mazinski with a high booming kick in no man's land. Shungo gets underneath it. Nice recovery there by Jeremy Shungo. As Jeremy running and operating. Couple of touches, chips it behind to Avila, and Daniel, the Smithfield product, swings it outside. Avila gets it right back. But that touch is going to be cleared out and booted out of play by Fullwood. Up the hill and back down it goes. As now in the final 24 minutes, starting to notice App State putting some chances together, stringing together opportunities. Can they get shots on net? That's been the question. Only 2 shots on goal between the clubs. As this pass is way out of reach, and a throw-in for Campbell coming up. So for Orstocki, a talented young freshman, trying to make his presence felt for the Fighting Camels. A team with 10 different players scoring a goal, and their biggest from Seth Jones, his third of the year, made it 1-0 in the 13th minute of the first half. There's a big clearance. And Seth Jones, a long touch in front. Jones gets to it, and he has Pepe. Seth trying to go 1-on-3, and the defense will win every time. That ball knocked away. Avila, creative touch in between the legs, gets it to his man, Graham Smalley. Graham with a long feed as Steven Chapman trying to be on the receiving end of that touch. Chapman went out with 6 minutes left in the first half. He's returned since, but has not gotten much going on his offensive strikes. Signey looking to get to Valderrama. And that ball is going to be last touched by Campbell. Throw in now for App State. Walrath with the throw. And the referee will keep the throw in that direction. So Walrath been a nice little defensive line piece. 23rd career start, a veteran of this defense from Rayford, North Carolina. There's a long boot up line from Jordan Malia as Gideon Betts will let it roll out of play, and a goal kick. A little bit of altercation there, but nothing too serious. These two guys going after the ball. Mazinski will get a new one here to kick it away. Matt Mazinski, very solid in what he's seen so far. Trying to preserve the clean sheet and get Campbell a big 1-0 tally as we creep closer to the final 20 minutes of this match. Pepe with the creative header. That goes to the back line, and Akwasi controls it to Signe. Now Campbell with possession. Getting into the App State side of the pitch. As Signe taps it from behind. Pepe fighting for position against Camden Harrison. As now a throw-in for the Fighting Camp. Pepe swings it back. And as Campbell a little sloppy with possession there, turns it over. Now we throw an opportunity for App State, trying to get something on net in this one. Avila slows it down. That touches over towards Fullwood. Eddie Fullwood will boot it clear and long. These teams with some history, nothing in the recent realm, but certainly have played some matches over the years. Campbell with a win in 2010. App State with a win in 2008. Campbell with a win in 2001. Campbell leads the series, 9 wins, 6 losses, and a draw on their tally. First meeting in 1982. Pepe now dribbling free. The touch behind to Akwasi. Akwasi over to Fullwood. Fullwood shifting up, puts it into the box, and an offside flag drawn. So an offside for Campbell, their 12th of the season. Not an uberly aggressive team in that regard. There's now the free kick coming up for App State. This is an App State club that went 8-10 last year, 2-3 in the Sun Belt Conference. Very good overtime team was App State, but they have been traditionally a very tight-knit club in the extra period. A couple of players checking back in now for App State. Andrew Goodman will come in. Thibaut Arpanone will come back in for App State. For Campbell, Drew Walters checks back into the match. Makuna, the last one to touch that, is actually a change of the call. It'll be a Campbell throw. Makuna was calling for it off himself and said Campbell will get it. Makuna's been tight on that back line defensively as Walters with the touch. This one booted free and rocketed away by Ian Bennett. Challenging the back line of Gideon Betts. Now Betts with it again. Goes over to Akwasi. App State moving up its lines defensively to create some ball pressure. Throw in for the Fighting Camels with 18.5 minutes to go. Dustin Fonder, the second-year coach here for the Fighting Camels. Plenty of success in year one, a winning record. Right now 15-17 in his young Campbell tenure. The Fighting Camels 5-8 this year, a team that is starting to play up above some expectations. Picked 4th in the preseason poll, trying to get back to 6th and give themselves a chance in the conference. Ball now middle to Shango. Jeremy Shango chips it near side. Drew Walters hustling over, and this ball chipped in, but Makuna right there to softly head of the way. So now throwing it in for App State Thibaut Arpanone. Thibaut, a Frenchman, one of 5 international countries represented in this match. Tough ball pressure. Arpanone gets to it for a second. Ball still in as Orstaki kicks it away. Walters cannot get to it. And now App State with it. Ball lightly tapped in. A spin and an opportunity for Ryan Phillips. Still juking his way through is Cooper Coughlin. And that ball is going to be last touched by the Fighting Camels, just cleared away. Still have yet to allow a shot on goal, but the chances have been there. Still getting after that touch middle. And on the run comes Shango. Shango goes back near side to Arpanone. That ball gets right in the middle of 2 Campbell players. And App State keeps it. High header over the top. That's going to be a foul, though, on Josh Signey. So Signey with the foul, down on the ground, still getting himself back up is Daniel Avila. And he's starting to cramp up with that right leg. We'll see it here again. And Signey might have extended that elbow a little bit into the back of Avila as he gets back to his feet. Well, the first pure opportunity here for App State in this match. Clock continues to run, but the chances are dwindling for the Mountaineers. Trying to get on the scoreboard for the first time since that Coastal match that they lost in overtime. And a record crowd, 1,200 plus in Boone. Now the free kick coming up. There's a chance, and there's the tying goal. What a strike from Daniel Avila. And the Mountaineers have drawn it up, one apiece. For Daniel, his first goal of the season. And Avila on the free kick finds the back of the net, beats Mazinski near side. Great strike, great finish. And now with 16 minutes to go, App State has tied it. Went over the top of the wall and got it through, so creative. The St. Campbell team has done well when winning it at halftime. They have their work cut out for them in this second half. Stepping in front now, possession goes to the Mountaineers. As this back touch goes all the way over to Thibaut Arpanone. Shango running in space. And now momentum on the side of the Mountaineers. A throw-in coming up for App State. Applying some ball pressure, making life tough for the Fighting Camels as Arpanone gets ready for the throw. Remember that foul got set up when Signey went into the back of Avila. He then connected on the free kick for the goal. Siggs with a soft touch, trying to find Seth Jones. And possession now with Campbell. Orstaki. That pass is almost intercepted, and indeed, he was looking for the foul, but nothing called as Chapman wanted something. Signey with a sliding tackle to dispossess, and that goes all the way back to the keeper, Jake Agnew. Well, there's your first shot on goal for App State. One shot, one goal. Campbell with some chances, but they have been unable to take advantage in this second half. Now with possession, Ian Bennett. Bennett goes to Chapman. Gets it right back. This one goes outside. Arpanone trying to swivel and chip it over. Nice little touch. This ball into the box. Makuna heads it free. And Walters just able to shuffle that one away. Ball still there with App State. Back now to Ryan Phillips. Phillips a bit ambitious with that touch. And a goal kick coming up. Under 15 minutes left. We're all tied at 1. As App State gets the goal from Avila. Campbell, their goal from Seth Jones. And now the Fighting Camels trying to settle things down here, especially on the defensive end as the aggressive Mountaineers come to play. The sixth player, Avila, the sixth player for App State to score in a game this year. Campbell, double digit, 10 players with goals. That balance, though, will be needed here late if they want to pull this one out in regulation. A high boot down the line. And Gabe Parrish kind of awkwardly chasing after it. Hits off his leg. And a goal kick coming up for the Mountaineers.
Returning for the Camels, number 24.
Substitution returning here for Campbell. Juan Valderrama will re-enter the match.
31,
Drew Walters out for the moment. But Juan, a bit more offensive-minded, will come in. And now the Colombian product tries to get Campbell back on the scorecard. Thibaut Arpanon with it. Plenty of space for Thibaut. Thibaut taps inside. Avila with a creative touch. And now the Mountaineers are rolling. Goodman still running against Signey. They're fighting for position. Touch back to him. That ball trying to force it inside of Chapman. And Orstaki there to clear it away. So Daniel Makuna coming back from that ankle situation. Injured it with about 35 minutes left in the match. Returned 5 minutes later. And is now back on the front lines, guarding Chapman step for step. That's last touched by Campbell. There's now a throw-in coming up for App State. Remember, App State ever familiar with extra time matches. And it looks like if the match remains the same, we'll have extra soccer coming up. 2 10-minute frames in extras.
Come on, Danny, have another one.
As now on that foul, a pretty good opportunity, tough angle. But a chance now as Campbell just committed its 14th foul of the match. Now under 12 minutes to play, and App State can line this one up with Ian Bennett and company. Bennett and Avila, who were huge in that first goal. As Avila gets ready to kick it here. Towards the box. Makuna shields, and a penalty. No goal, but a penalty kick coming up as the foul in the box going to be called. And what an opportunity for App State. Foul on Daniel Makuna. And if we have it, let's see if we can take a look real fast. If not, we'll get the PK here, but nevertheless, Makuna fighting after for position.
App State PK to be taken by number 17, Stephen Chapman.
So Mazinski, who has done well in these penalty situations, he gets tested again here. Mazinski already 3 PK saves. Opponents 1 for 3 in those situations. Here comes a 4th and a big one. And a goal. Their leading striker connects. The penalty sets it up, and Stephen Chapman does not miss. Chapman is 7th goal of the season. We'll check it out again as Chapman goes left. Mazinski guessed right, but a bit late, and goes just past his right paw for a goal. So now with 11 minutes to play, Chapman gets the PK goal. That's his 2nd goal in 3 matches. And a big strike for Chapman. Gets App State back in front. Campbell not out just yet, but they need to score quickly. Player checking back into the match now for App State. As John Walrath. John Walrath will come in, replacing the injured Camden Harrison. But right now, all signs pointing to an App State resurgence. World Series score update. Indians up 2-0 over the Cubs in the 2nd inning. Akwasi Adu swings it near side. We thank you for tuning into us, though, especially our international folks checking in across the pond. Here's a long chip trying to set up Seth Jones. Seth has an opportunity, and we're looking for the handball. That is cleared away. A long strike from Thibaut Arpanon. Some phalanges flying, but no contact. And now a throw-in coming up for the Fighting Camels. These two teams getting a little rowdy here. As App State 2 goals in the 2nd half to take the lead. Orstaki keeps it in play. And a nice header gets it to Valderrama. Valderrama between 2, wedges his way 3, and trying to get some contact there, not going to get the call. And now some bodies flying late, and Seth Jones going to be called for the foul. Jones colliding there with Ryan Phillips. That is the 15th foul for the Fighting Camels. Plenty of whistles blown. And Jones wants an explanation. Remember, Jones has a yellow card for a similar type of discussion. He's got to play safe here. Can ill afford the red, especially with Campbell down a goal. Fullwood shielding off nicely against Ryan Phillips. It's a Campbell throw-in. So blood levels rising here. Campbell trying to get another win against a Sunbelt foe. App State doing a nice job coming from behind. Good defensive touch by Ben Steen to clear that ball away. And as it lays in the middle, that ball off the body of Akwasi. Jones gets a shove from behind, another foul on Seth Jones. Jones a little disgusted with the call. And Campbell right now under 10 minutes to play, has to get their work cut out for him if they want to get back into this situation. Going to stop the clock here with 9:29. As right now setting up for the kick is Ben Steen, the senior. Avila, who scored that first goal to tie it, wins possession. Nice little play as he sets it up far side. A trio of Campbell defenders close to the ball, but Campbell will win it as that ball is poked out of play. Now approaching 9 minutes left in this match. Campbell needing an equalizer to force extras. App State all too familiar with extra time, especially against Big South foes. Their two matches against the Big South have gone to extras. They also lost to Longwood 2-0. Longwood put a 6 spot on Campbell earlier this year. And fittingly enough, the Camels are chasing Longwood for that final spot in the standings. Ball shuffling back as Gideon Betts misses it. Here comes Stephen Chapman. Chapman cannot get to the ball. Mazinski forces the pressure, and a corner kick coming up. So Chapman just able to squirt free, but could not get a shot on net, at least a clean one. And now the corner kick coming up for the Mountaineers. They'll take their time, get out there. Going to stop the clock here with 8:13 to go. As now Avila's been so dangerous with those touches. It's ready to tee this one up. App State has some size with Ryan Phillips, 6'3", Chapman the good 6'2", and Tebow Arpanone, 6'1". There on the back side of your screen there in the far right corner.
App State corner kick to be taken by number 9, Daniel Avila.
App State dribbling tightly with it, and it's a Campbell throw. So the Fighting Camels win it in that defensive stall. Now in a 2-1 deficit under 8 minutes to play. Campbell running out of time. That ball touched middle over the top. And Fullwood chasing after, trying to shield off his attacking player in Stephen Chapman. Chapman gets the goal to take the lead, his 7th of the season, but really benefited on that penalty against Daniel Makuna in the box. And now Mazinski, with time against it, has to hustle to clear this one out. Mo has faced 2 shots on goal and 2 goals against him. The PK, very tough. He almost got his hand on it. It's 7 minutes and counting. Campbell has not won since October 7th against UNC Asheville, 2-1. They beat Winthrop at home as well, 4-1. Now trying to get on the board here to force extras. Stepping in front, knocking that one free. Makuna. Nice little touch to Pepe. Pepe spins back inside. Signy kicks it to the far side. As that one gets touched out, Campbell will get a throw in here. Or Stocky trying to orchestrate. Pepe wrangle. And Pepe gets shoved from behind. Free kick coming up. As that foul on Andrew Goodman, who's checked in. So now for Pepe, an opportunity. The head referee going to create that distance for the wall. As the clock continues to run, 6 minutes and counting. Gotta love the World Cup style spray paint to establish that line. Here comes Pepe Rangel. Campbell with some size as well. Makuna comes up from his post. Chip is far to the back of the post. And a nice save jumping out in front. Jake Agnew. Makuna got his head on it. But Agnew able to put it away. So there's the size of Danny Makuna. We'll check this one out again as Makuna gets a head on it. But a nice defensive play. Also kind of deflected off the head of Ryan Phillips as well on the defensive end. Bodies flying everywhere. That is last touched by App State. And a substitute now coming in.
Checking in for the Campbell, number 26,
Hakeem Reed will come in for Campbell. The freshman getting his first time of the match. And Graham Smalley will check back in along with Jordan Malia. So App State going back to some starters here in the final minutes. Dribbling with it now is Jordan Walrath, and he'll swing it up. Gideon Betts controlling that back line. Campbell in the final 5 minutes now needs a goal to keep this match alive. Oristaki chips it middle as Makuna controls. Makuna, now Wadu. Campbell not a great team scoring goals late in matches. They're going to need something to get cooking here in the final minutes. That one kicked up and kicked free. And now a corner kick coming up, so 4.5 minutes to go. Campbell with an opportunity. They're 3-3 at home this year and trying to get a tying goal. Signey will tee up the corner kick and give Campbell the opportunity. A low strike. That one headed away nicely by Ben Steen. And Campbell will keep it in as Signey keeps the ball alive to Eddie Fullwood. 4 minutes left now as that one's punched away and dangerous. Oristaki playing center field as a sweeper. Well, knock this one to the near side. Pepe wins the header, but it goes over to their striker, Stephen Chapman. Signey touches it back to Makuna. Makuna from long range and just misses. Danny Makuna, pretty good shot.
Shot by Danny Makuna.
As Makuna showing his offensive prowess from outside the box. Here we go again for Makuna. Long range and just a bit wide. Pretty good chance there for Makuna. As Danny, his first official shot. Danny Avila comes out. And Ian Bennett will come back into the match. So defensive change for App State. 4 defenders truly in now. As with 3.5 minutes to play, Avila had that goal earlier. Now trying to get some help from his defense. Hakeem Reed cannot get to that touch. And that's going to be an App State throw-in. So Hakeem with his size checks in. Fighting Camels on Tuesdays are 4-1 this year. Trying to keep that streak going. App State playing well on the road here. Their last road game was a tie against Hartwick on the road. Played at Asheville, got a win, so plenty of Big South foes on the slate for App State. Throw it again for the Mountaineers as we get under 3 minutes left in this match. And a late foul going to be called on Oristaki as the size of Stephen Chapman creates the mismatch. And as the clock continues, the Mountaineers in no rush to put this one in play for Thibaut Arpino. Campbell 9-6 with a tie against App State in their career. Last meeting 2010. As there's a blatant foul. Oristaki with a little bit of a shove. And now the referee trying to break up the shoving match between these two. As now Akwasi getting involved. Oristaki had that initial contact with Stephen Chapman. Then Sammy shoved from behind as him and Graham Smalley got in a bit of a discussion. The two teams needed to be broken up at this point. As here we go, 2:25 to play. A yellow card issued to Graham Smalley. So Graham gets the yellow card for starting that shoving match, so to speak. Graham needs to be restrained by his teammates. Looks like Stephen Chapman a bit upset with the call as well.
Yellow card issued to number 19, Graham Smalley.
Head referee still with a discussion as Brandon Marion talking it through. So on substitution, Avila comes right back in and checking out Graham Smalley. So Graham gets the yellow card, each team with one yellow card today. And now App State can hold on to it, 2:25 to play. Clock starts on contact. And App State just sits in the corner trying to kill time. And a change of possession there on the whistle. Mazinski's got to work quick, 2 minutes and counting. Campbell down a goal after App State scored twice here in the second half. Long boot towards the middle of the pitch. Pepe hits it off his hammy. Now trying to make quick work of it. That'll be Campbell possession on the quick whistle. Very chirpy here late. Both teams trying to fight for a quick chance as Signey looks to tee it up. Signey goes soft to Orstaki. Now a minute 45 to go. Is down the line. This one is touched out. Campbell though with the throw. Orstaki goes to Pepe. Pepe back taps it. And quickly cleared out by Stephen Chapman. Edward Fullwood, minute and a half to go. Fullwood into the zone. Plenty of defenders, and Chapman will touch that last. It's a Campbell throw. Campbell's got to work quickly here with Orstaki. Referee stops it quickly and moves him back into position. 1:10 to go now in the match. Can Campbell rally late and force extra time? Hakeem Reed back to the middle. Fullwood. Campbell up against it in the final 60 seconds.
1 minute remaining in regulation.
Adu chips it outside. Gideon Betts. Betts hesitates. That's off the body of the App State defender, John Walrath, and cleared out. Final 45 seconds now. Orstaki with space. Makuna hands in the air, wants it. Orstaki to the box. Makuna bumps it up. Parrish settles, and that one cleared out. Final 30 seconds. Clock still running. 25 seconds left. And a late whistle. Who's he going to be on? Gabe Parrish with the free kick opportunity. 15 seconds. Clock still running with 12 seconds left. Parrish to the box. The header still alive. And knocked out. Corner kick for the Camels. Final 5 seconds. Can Campbell get the kickoff in time? As that will do it. It's a win for App State. Campbell with chances late in the box, but could not get one between the pipes. The App State Mountaineers moved to 5-7-3. Fighting Camels with a loss. They are 5-9 on the season. We'll have more right after this on the Big South Network.
And it's game on, 4th and 18. Friends rushing the party in under an hour. Supermom's headed for the snack aisle. Ooh, this one's a scramble. It's all come down to this. Look at that